Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry. When there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart involved, that's when you get a good fight, one-on-one.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. The straight right just misses. That jab gets blocked. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your partner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
And the Takeover's in some big trouble now. Avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They miss with the jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Robinson in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
There you go, back out. Switch back
on to the second round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Good counter punching. Well done with that counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Nice exchange here from both men. Those counter punches have to hurt. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Just be smart.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. And he just missed with that left jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. The game plan does not seem... There's the bell for round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
These two were made for each other. Good counter punch. That counter shot lands. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Catch and shoot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. No rest for the weary. There's a counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
Be smart when you go out there.
There's the bell to start round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. How about that time counter shot? You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Perfect counter shot. You don't want to trade shots. It's all offense all the time. Punch, counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a...
You gotta get out.
Let's start the sixth. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Perfect counter lands. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. How are they still standing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Nice counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Get out there and let's reset.
There's the bell to start round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
He wasn't ready for that counter punch. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. It's bombs away. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Beautiful counter punch. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The stamina is off the charts. Nice counter shot. Incredible work rate. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Every second, every minute.
Come on. You let him back into the fight.
And we enter the 8th round. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Beautiful counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Miss with that jab. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The judges have spoken.